Well, here we are. Welcome to the Grace to the Face official YouTube channel. Hey everybody, and welcome to my first very official makeup tutorial. So here we're starting off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. I'm not going to go too much into detail with the brows because I have done a tutorial on brows, an entire series on my Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, it's at Grace Did the Face for all social media platforms. So I'm not really going to go into too much detail. The only thing that's different is that I'm using a different Anastasia Beverly Hills brow product. I do my brows the exact same way, no matter the product. And yeah, moving along. You guys know I love the Too Faced concealer. It is working very well for me. And I'm showing you again the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow product that I used. As you guys can see, I put the concealer in the back of my hand and I'm pointing at which brow I'm working on. I'm working on the right one, so I'm twisting the brush, which is an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I'm twisting it to the direction of the brow that I'm using. So if I'm, the brow that I'm doing. So if you're doing your brow on the right side, make sure you flip the tail end of the brush towards the brow that you are, you're doing, and vice versa. Boom. And now I'm doing the same thing to the left. I kept a large portion of this video on my brows because, you guys, I spend the majority of my time on my brows, believe it or not. I always start off with my brows because, again, brows frame your face, and I just don't play about my brows. And so the start of the video, as far as actual makeup application, it will start in a little bit, but I just wanted to keep the brow portion because I know some people really wanted me to keep the brows portion of this video and just to see how I do my brows. And here we are. So again, the concealer, when you're putting the concealer underneath your brow to shape your brows, you just want to follow it through and then blend out that concealer so it has a seamless application in. And you will see me blending out the concealer even further with my finger in just a minute. But I'm just checking, going back and forth to make sure it's blended. Boom, you see those brows already looking fabulous. And the red portion of my brows are red because, y'all, I had to pluck my brows. It was giving very much Wolverine. But what I do to the bottom of my brows, I do to the top, meaning when I am shaping my brows, I flip the brush in the direction of the brow that I'm doing. So you saw that that I flipped the brush, and I'm just following through, just like I said before. Follow that brow through, okay? That's the secret. And so I am finally dropping this video because it's been a long time coming. And I just decided that there's no better time than now. I'm in a space where I can just create. I am motivated to create and just to show you guys what I'm doing. And so this tutorial is an everyday face for the professional woman. It is not a full glam. It is an everyday glam for the woman who goes to work every day, whether you are a 9-to-5 woman, whether you are a corporate baddie, a medical baddie, military baddie such as myself, and any sort of professional work that you do. This is an everyday look that you can do every day, and you can do this in under 20 minutes. Okay? And so I had to cut a lot of the video down because, you know, I just wanted to make sure you guys got a direct look into what I would do every single day to go to work. Now, let me be clear. I do not wear makeup every day to go to work. It's just not something that I do, but I know a lot of my supporters and a lot of the people who follow me are everyday women. And so I wanted to give you guys this tutorial. And now you see me going back and forth with the spoolie of the eyebrow application, because blending is what? Life. Blending. You gotta blend, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching. So now you're gonna see me use the brush after I blend. I go back to reinforce that line and to make sure everything is sharp and precise. The trick with my brows is I brush the front of my brows to make it look like hair-like strokes, and then I go underneath it to clean up. And then boom, like I mentioned before, I am blending with my finger to get an extra blend, because blending is life. And of course, going back to reinforce that shape. So I'm going back and forth between shaping it and blending it with my fingers. And so like I stated, the first portion of this video is definitely catered to the brows, because the brows are everything. And then we're using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze to ensure that our brow hairs stay in place. If you have brows like me that just moves to the beat of their own drum, you need something that's going to allow them to stick. And this product has helped my brows stay where it needs to stay, and it gives it a real life look. Because sometimes your brows, if you don't have thick brows and you weren't blessed with thick brows, your brows can get lost in the product. And so this product, the Brow Freeze, brings your brows back to life. And I like to put the Brow Freeze after I put the product. It just works for me. You can do it before, but I find that when I am using pencil products, it's better to put it after. And of course, use the spoolie to blend, because you're still blending. Blending is life, ladies and gentlemen. Voila. Moving on to the makeup application. I am using the Milk Hydro Grip. As you can see, it is almost done. An equivalent to this would be the e.l.f. grip primer. They work just the same. The only difference is the Milk is a bit more expensive. But I use this primer in the T-zone because I am an oily skin girl. So you will see the majority of the product will be in the T-zone area, because that's where the majority of my oil glands start popping through. And so I focus on that area. Now, like I stated, this is an everyday look. So as you can see, I have freckles. I'm a freckle-faced beauty queen. And you will see that I am not going to necessarily cover my freckles, because this is every day. I am applying the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filler, and I'm going to mix that with my brand new.
This is the Laura Mercier brand new lightweight foundation.
This foundation is flawless, truly flawless. It is an everyday foundation, and part of the reason why I have postponed, this video is because I wanted to find a foundation that would not be too much on the skin for an everyday look. Now, I am using a brand new Morphe brush. I will have all the products listed in the product list below. And this brush as well is beautiful. I am also using a new Morphe product. It's the Continuous Prep and Set Spray. I'm spraying it on my face with the Flawless filter and the foundation, and I'm going to mix it. And you are going to see right before your eyes how beautifully this foundation looks. And you are going to see how it just disappears on my skin. I'm pointing to my ear because, ladies, don't forget to blend that foundation on your ears. The last thing you want to do is to have demarcation of your skin and your ears. Your skin looks one color, and then you forgot your ears. bring that foundation on your ears, okay? But what I was saying is I needed to find a foundation that I could wear during the cooler months because my melanin is lighter, very much lighter. As you can see, my walls have more color than I do. And so I needed to find a foundation that was both lightweight, but also a foundation that was going to match me in the cooler months. And just look, the perfect match. It just disappeared. Do you see that? Wow. And what I love about this is that it's super flawless and it is lightweight and it doesn't cover my freckles. Y'all need to go get this. It's beautiful. Laura never leads you astray. I've been using Laura since I was 16. Never leads you astray. To reinforce the foundation, I am using a disposable sponge. This is what I would use on clients. I love disposable sponges. I actually love it more than beauty blenders, actually, because I feel like it blends perfectly. Look at that. Like, do I even have foundation on? Now, of course, I'm going back into the Too Faced concealer for my under eye. And again, I will list all of my products that I am using in the description box below, so you guys can reference that. But since this is an everyday look, I am literally doing a dot of foundation and then just one little stroke at the corner of my eye to get a lifted look. Down my nose, the middle of my forehead, around my nostrils, and a dot on my chin. Blending is key. Okay, ladies, you are going to blend like your life depends on it. And that's my trick right there. Another Morphe new brush. I am spraying the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set Spray on my brush and on my face. And I am continuing to spray this on my face so all of the products that I'm putting on my face blends seamlessly. Now you're going to gently tap that product in, okay? You know your face and you know exactly what pressure your face can take, okay? But you're going to tap, okay? I'm leaning in forward so you can see what I'm doing. I am drawing a line on the nose bone. It's kind of like a line to guide me just to place my contour. And then that line, that little stroke that I put at the corner of my eye, I am dragging it forward so your face can lift, okay? Because you want a lifted, vibrant look. And then you're just gonna blend, okay? Do not forget to blend that product on the corners of your nostrils. I find that sometimes if you don't do that, the product will sit there, and then when you're moving your face or you're moving your mouth up and down, you'll see like a buildup of foundation or concealer there. So make sure you're blending. And once again, I'm drawing that line on the nose bone and I am blending it, and then focusing all of that right underneath my eyes, and then making sure that I am drawing that line to have a lifted look, okay? So that's what we're doing. We're just blending. I am enjoying these new brushes. It was a gift to me from one of my really great friends, so shout out to her. She really blew my mind with these brushes. I love them. This was my very first time trying them out, and Morphe, listen, say what you want, but Morphe would never lead you astray as well. So I'm flipping that brush, that tailored brush, to the side because it's a perfect flat brush for the narrow portion of your nose. And so I am going between a dragging and a tapping motion just to keep that product in place. And of course, I am tapping the chin area, mainly focusing that product in the center of my chin, and then going back and forth and blending. I'm going to continue to keep on saying it throughout the video. Blending is key. I am blending the outside portions. I'm going back and forth because this is the center of your face. That's where everyone is going to focus their attention on. So, baby, blend your products. Find yourself a really good brush and blend. And now I am going back in with the disposable sponge that I used with the foundation, and I am blending further so you have a seamless application. Okay? You don't want any lines of demarcation. So although it looks like I am just blending away and blending a lot, it's because it's going to look beautifully done after all the products are on my face. Okay, so this is the foundation of your makeup look. Blending is key. Okay, and you will also see that not only will I go back in with the sponge, I am going back in with the foundation brush and tapping that in, making sure that everything is flawless. All right, look at that, just seamless. And even though I did put on foundation and concealer, do you see how it still looks like my face? Flawless. Now, I got a new product. The girlies know this is the One Size translucent powder, y'all. I'm tapping it in, tap, tap. And child, this has changed my makeup game. Make sure you're blowing that product off. I'm using the disposable spoolie, and you guys, I'm just tapping it in and then tapping it into my skin because this is an everyday look. Blow. This is an everyday look. So what you want to do is you want to tap that translucent powder underneath your eye. You're not baking like it's a glam look. Okay. You want to make sure that you are tapping it in so it can blend seamlessly. And now I'm going on the sides of my face because I have smile lines. I smile very largely, so I have smile lines. So I'm tapping it into my forehead and basically everywhere that I put that highlighter. Y'all, the One Size translucent powder by Patrick Starr. Yeah, he did his thing. It's beautiful. Such a beautiful application. You can use it to set, bake, and everything in between. It's great. Now I'm going in and just blending. But what I was saying before was that as an everyday look, you just want your everyday look to look like your face and not look like something else. And so I love the way that I did this application because my face still looks the same. And so I was telling you guys to lightly take that translucent powder and lightly brush it over your skin so everything is set. Your foundation is set because your foundation is a liquid, so you want to set it. Now I'm going in with the Black Radiance contour kit, and you see me pointing at those two contour shades because I have to mix it in order to get my correct contour shade for the complexion of my skin in the cooler months. And so what you want to do, tap it in to the shades and then tap off the excess, and then make sure when you're placing your contour above your cheekbones, because you want to lift your face, right? So boom, above your cheekbone, and then you will drag that down to your chin in a half E shape, and then you will eventually bring it up to your forehead, but you're tapping it in and you're making sure that the placement of your contour as far as your cheekbones are concerned is above your cheekbones, not below, so you can lift it up. And then you are going to, for the chin area, go ahead and tap it in and then do a circular motion as well. Blend, blend, blend. Tap that excess off. That excess product off of your brush. You don't need it. And if you're having issues blending your contour, it's because you got too much on your brush, baby. Okay? And go ahead and blend. Blend like your life depends on it, like I've said before. And then when you think you've blended, blend some more. There you go, baby. Blend some more, tap that excess off. Now for my contour, right? For my nose contour, I'm going to squeeze the brush and use the remainder of the product that is on the brush on my nose. Notice how I did not use a cream contour. And the reason why I didn't do that is because I want this look to look like I just woke up. And so I'm solely using a powder to make it seem like it was already on my face, right? And then blend that out. You don't want it to be too harsh, especially for my ladies who are in a work sector that, it calls for a different level of professionalism. You don't want to seem as though like you're going into a fashion show with a full glam makeup. You want to make sure that it's clean cut and precise and just fresh. Here we go with the Rare Beauty blush. It's a cream blush. Y'all, I have a confession to make. I was never, ever a blush girl. I just started using blush last year, y'all. I know, very crazy. But, I started tapping into blushes and now I can't let it go. And so with the Rare Beauty blush, I just tap the product in one dot on each cheek. Now I am taking that same disposable sponge and I sprayed the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set spray on it, and then I'm tapping it in with the brush to start off the blending process, and then I use my finger. You ladies and gentlemen, you guys, use your fingers. Your fingers are the best blending tools. Shout out to Sandra Deluxe here on YouTube. She's an OG YouTube. She taught me that. Yes, baby. Squeeze those beautiful cheeks. You see that blush? Look, the fingers. And now I am taking the e.l.f. blush set. And now the trick is to put your blush next to your blush set or whatever blush and see if it matches. You see how I'm pointing to the two? However, what I ended up doing is lightly taking those three shades and mixing it together lightly. Again, tap that excess off and just lightly brush it on your cheeks. So you just want to make sure that it's just like a small little flush, super pretty, nothing too much. Tap that excess off and lightly brush the blush, what a tongue twister, onto your face. And look at that. So cute. So pretty. I know that's right. Yeah. And if you need extra help, smile. And so make sure that blush is blending into that contour so it's like a seamless transition. And now I'm taking another Morphe fan brush and I'm tapping into that highlight powder that was on my palette, my Black Radiance palette, and I am lightly brushing the highlight on the highest points of my face on top of above the blush, my eyebrow bone, my T-zone. And I love this because it's a muted highlighter, so it's not going to gleam in your face, but when the sun hits it or the light hits it, you'll see just a light highlight. Now y'all know how I feel about the Sephora Microsmooth powder. If you want your look to look like butter, your entire makeup look to look like butter, no matter if it's a full glam or everyday makeup look, set your face with this. Do you see how flawless my face looks? Now you're going to top this off with the Better Than Sex mascara. This will make any lashes that you have look like you got something going on. And I am focusing the bulk of the product at the end of my lashes so it can look fanned out. So take your mascara, put it on your lashes, tug a little, and then brush them out. And you will see that, girl, you got some lashes. Look at that. So cute. I will not be adding any falsies in this tutorial because when you are getting ready for work, child, unless you get your lashes done, you don't want to worry about putting on false lashes. So mascara, it is, and I highly recommend it. Better Than Sex mascara. Look at it. Just look at that. Beautiful. Okay, we're doing a little something something with the mascara and my natural lashes. But look at the face. Look how beautiful the face is. Just very natural glam. This is what I call, this is my version of a natural glam. All right? So pretty. Okay? Now we're going to move on to the setting spray. So of course, I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set. That's the first setting spray. And then we're going to follow that on to the number 2, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Spray. Yes, baby, we are elevating. Okay? Spray, spray, spray. And then the one, the only, save the last one, the third spray is the One Size setting spray, baby. Now, they were not lying about this product. My makeup stayed on all day. Go ahead and fan it, fan that, and then voila. Oh, let me not forget. Once again, I am going to go back in with the spoolie of the eyebrow product that I was using earlier and make sure that my brows are set in place. Beautiful. Now look, such a lovely everyday look. I almost forgot. I am using the Sephora lip pencil in brown to line my lips. Now for an everyday look, I am not going to overdraw my lines. I'm just going to stay with the natural lines of my lips. And then I'm going to smudge that lip liner and then reinforce it. And now if you make a mistake, you can just go ahead and just use your fingers or a sponge. As you'll see that I'm using my finger and or a sponge to fix that product up. And then I'm going to be using the Morphe lip gloss. Again, all of these products will be in the description box below. And I'm going to use it on my lips. I typically, if on the off chance or every once in a while that I want to wear makeup to work, this is my combo. It's nice, it's muted, it's beautiful. It complements my skin. And yeah. Now you're going to see me looking at my lips just to make sure that I can see that mistake that I did. And I'm going to go in with the sponge. As you can see, I'm going to rip it in half. And then I'm going to go in and fix the bottom portion area. And yeah, I'm going to go back and forth, making sure that it looks precise and wiping off that area so it's not on my face. Mix that product in back and forth. And voila, an everyday look. Love you guys. So this makeup tutorial is catered to the everyday working professional woman, a woman that is on the go. You don't necessarily have the time to do an entire full face, but you want to look presentable at work. This is for you. I wanted to come out with my very first tutorial catered to the everyday working woman because I'm an everyday working woman, but specifically this is catered to my sisters. They are all stunning, amazing, professional, well-established women, and they are not a glam girl like I am, they want a very simplistic, everyday look, and this is catered to them and women like them. So to all my sisters, Charlene, Brandy, and Alexis, thank you so much for inspiring me every day. And I hope you love this tutorial.